And anytime you begin to break free from one thing to move into something, especially a new thing, you are going to deal with opposition. There is going to be some adverse condition that you're going to have to contend with. Something that's going to make you question, am I sure this is the right move? Something that will make you wonder, is this the will of God? Did God really say this? Is this the plan of God? But you ought to look at your neighbor, tell him, take over, take over. Tell him, I dare you to just take over. Act like you are confident and you know that that is what God has said. Move anyhow, move from that place and get to the place that he's calling you to. And all of a sudden, Jesus gets there. He's had to deal with a storm on the sea. He's had to deal with doubtful disciples who are traveling alongside him. You know, those people who show up in your life who doubt the things that you say, those people who really don't believe that you are who you are, those people who doubt whether or not God has ever called you, whether or not God has anointed you, whether or not God chose you, whether or not God can use you. Yeah, those are the people on your boat. And sometimes you get the privilege of being able to toss them overboard, but other times they got to go along for the ride. Why do they hang around when they don't even believe? It's because of what God's getting ready to do in them through you. Look at your neighbor, tell them, keep hanging on, keep hanging on. You get ready to see something you've never seen before. You get ready to experience something that you've never experienced before. Look at your neighbor, tell them, come on, you back, come on, come on. We're going someplace. Somebody shout, take over. And so then realizing that there will be opposition. You're trying to bust a move, break out, go into something different, something new, something you've never done before, something that is unprecedented. And so the opposition shows up. The adverse conditions show up. Well, the enemy would design for you to turn around. He wants you to change your course. He wants you to regret. He wants you to dissent. He wants you to back up. He wants you to go another way. But the people walking in dominion understand that that's just a part of the process. It comes along with the territory. Look at your neighbor, tell him, I'm not backing up, I'm not turning around, I'm not intimidated. This is all a part of the plan. Bring what you want to bring, but I'm moving forward. I find sometimes when you simply just made the plan, you haven't executed it, nothing has manifest, nothing has come into fruition, all you have is a plan. Well, the enemy sometimes will frustrate you even after the plan has been developed. He doesn't let you get to manifestation. He gets between the plan and the manifestation. And if he can frustrate your nerves, he don't have to worry about the manifestation. He gets between the departure and the destination and tries to distract you in the meantime. He gets between the decision and the total development of a thing, because if he understands how to frustrate you, then he don't have to worry about you doing what God said. He don't have to worry about you doing the will of God. But I dare you to keep it moving. Look at your neighbor, tell him, don't you dare stop. Don't you dare back up. Don't you dare turn around. Don't you dare retreat. Tell him, keep moving. The power of God is resident in your life. The power of God rests on you. Tell your neighbor, let's go. And so the Bible. There's something in the place where you are headed that doesn't want you to occupy that place. Something along the way that don't even want you to get to that place. But look at your neighbor, tell him, I'm going anyhow. I'm going anyhow. If I got to go by myself, I'm going anyhow. If my mama don't go, I'm going anyhow. If my daddy decides not to go, I'm going anyhow. If my sister won't go, or if my brother won't go, I've got an assignment and I've got to go anyhow, because where I'm headed, look at your neighbor and tell him, I'm going to possess it. I'm going to take over. I'm not just going to lease. I'm not just going to hang out. I'm not going just to camp out. I'm going to take over. I'm going to take ownership. And so just like the Israelites moving into Canaan, the place that God had promised them, I want you to understand they could have gotten frustrated because Canaan was already occupied. They could have changed their mind, declaring, God must have made a mistake. He's sending us into something that he calls a promise, and it's already occupied by somebody else. I want you to understand there's a difference between occupation and ownership. There's a difference between somebody occupying a thing and somebody owning it. The owner don't necessarily have to occupy what they own, but it still means that they own it. There can be an occupant who is simply leasing, paying rent, never coming coming into ownership, but the one who owns it is the one in authority. The one who owns it is the one who gets to make the decisions. The one who owns it, look at your neighbor and tell him, that's me, that's me, that's me. I'm the one walking in authority. I'm the one walking in dominion. I'm the one who's got the last say. I'm the one who's got the final word. I'm the one who can put my foot down. I'm the one who can turn it over. I'm the one who can flip it inside out. Cause it's mine, I own it. Tell your neighbor, I'm here to take over. I'm not taking sides.